Their whole business plan is they over roast their coffee so they can muddle all the bad flavors and they can have a consistent product
That's why
across.
it's always burnt.
Yeah.
That's just the recipe.
Yeah. They intentionally over.
Well, welcome to ShiftLess, the show that's only about coffee.
Hey, coffee and bikes go pretty hand in
Oh,
hand.
there's no doubt about that.
There's a reason
There
most bike
is
shops
no
have coffee.
doubt about that. And I don't have anything on the list today. I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of burnt out, and I've stretched myself a little thin. I've got a couple weeks to go before I can get caught up.
You know, I'm excited. I have nothing. I'm putting my phone on Do Not Disturb. I have nothing until June 13th, and I'm beyond excited. I've been back to 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 back.
That's how we've been,
Yeah.
and that'll go through basically June 1st.
Yeah.
So from June 1st to potentially June 27th, I'm fairly wide open.
Yeah.
Did you get my message about June 27th?
Yeah.
Are you up for something?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
We'll figure that out. Yeah, no keyword search today, guys. We'll just let it do its natural thing.
Yeah.
Bradford, please introduce our guest.
Man, I always love talking to this guy. Back again is the, I don't even know. We need a title for this guy.
Well,
He's our somewhat regular superhero guest.
yeah. That's fairly appropriate.
Mr.
The king,
Austin Whittington.
the king of the Zone 1 revolution.
Yes, yes, I like that too.
Good to be back.
What race did you win this weekend, Austin?
We went out to Spinistry Red River Riot out of 4R Ranch.
Yeah,
Great ride, a little windy, a little warm.
A little breezy.
yeah,
Just a little breezy.
I understand why they've got all those windmills out there.
yeah, yeah. They're not just for good looks.
They're not just for show.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess we've just been lucky years past with temperate conditions, but it was a proper windy day.
well, we have all this rain coming in allegedly.
Supposedly, maybe, kind of, sort of.
Yeah, well, it's been humid and it's been windy. So how'd you do? How did everything go for you?
It was good.
Yeah,
I changed my setup a little bit this time, just out of pure convenience. I had the big tires on. They were the 2.1 Schwalbe Thunderbolts. That's just what was already on the tire, and didn't feel like swapping
yeah,
the day before like I normally would. And that's actually the setup I ran at Judgment Day last year whenever I did that big ride.
yeah.
So I just kept that on thinking it would be fine, but I genuinely think it's significantly slower than in Texas anyways, out there where it's hilly and fast,
Yeah,
than a 35 or 40 mil.
but there
Absolutely
is some added confidence on the descents with the bigger tire and in the corners, correct? But it
I don't
negates
think
the
so.
speed.
I think you just get a grippier small tire and be
Yeah.
just as comfortable. Comfort is the main thing, I think, just
Yeah.
because it did smooth out some of the chattery stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
But out there, the gravel was so smooth,
Yeah.
it really wasn't needed.
This was the
year.
smoothest that route's ever been.
Yeah.
And when I was out there marking course on Friday, going down by the old Bar H hill that
Yeah.
goes in front of old Bar H, the county was out doing their maintenance on it. And I think they've changed their process in Cook County for whatever reason. It was a very fine, silty aggregate, almost like sand with just a little bit of super fine crush stuff. And then they had the big roll of it. So it was
Yeah.
really tamped down
Yeah.
and smooth. There wasn't any chunk on this route, was there?
Not that I recall. I think I know what section you're talking about. They still had all the heavy equipment out there, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh shit, here's going to be some fresh gravel." And then we
And
rolled
usually,
it. And it was
traditionally,
faster
that's
than
been
the normal gravel.
traditionally that's been the case. When you see the heavy equipment,
Yeah.
it's just all big chunk loose.
Yeah, you
gravel.
know it's gonna get rough.
Well, maybe they change it up and do thick, chunky stuff, and when that's too chunky, they come back with some smaller stuff to kind of.
I don't know. I just know there's.
I think they have a new maintenance process now. Hey, maybe they know that they're the gravel biking capital of the world soon to be, and they're making accommodations for all the people that are going to be swarming to Gainesville to do the USA Trail from there.
Speaking of Bar H, what's become of that place? Is it just a private residence now?
No, it's still the winery. But
Is there a winery there? I did not know.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bar H. I'm sorry, I got backwards there.
Yeah.
Four R's up for sale too, but no, Bar H is a private residence.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
We should pull our money and buy for it. Or
It's only 16 million.
I got about $300-$400 I can pitch
How many
in.
sausages is there?
A lot. A lot.
Brad Green, the sausage king of North Texas.
No,
Bueller.
I'm not even a sausage prince at
We
this
do
point.
grape infused sausages.
A couple of my salamis actually do have wine in them. So
Okay.
Yeah, it works. Yeah, I'm sure the bank will give you a loan for that since you have a
Yeah.
business model.
That's a great plan. That is a great plan. Let me see here. I'm trying to get to the results just to get the official times.
So what route did you do? The 100
It was
miles?
105 mile.
Yeah.
It was quite a bit slower than I expected with the wind and
Yeah.
heat. So I think it was like 5.5 hours.
Yeah.
You had 5 hours, 32 minutes, 59 seconds.
So I
So it
think
was-
moving speed was like 19.3 when
But-
normally we'd be over 20.
I mean, fair to say, even though it said our winds were 22 miles an hour, gusting to low 30s, it was the classic Texas gust. It really stays above 30 and just abates to 22.
yeah, that's what it seemed like.
And there were some times it was creeping up towards 40 as
Yeah,
well.
there are a couple of those fast descents where you go over a bridge or something and there'd be an outcrop with no trees and you just get blown
Yeah.
up to the other side of the road.
We had quite a few people take spills this time.
Stephanie said she did too. She got blown right off the road.
Yeah,
Jeez.
it was crazy.
I
It
thought
was
she got
crazy.
second, though.
Yeah, she did great.
Yeah.
She did great. She's notoriously bad in the heat. She doesn't sweat all that much, so she just can't cool down.
Yeah.
But she did good for the heat this time.
Good
She
deal.
was happy.
And she did the 100K.
Correct.
So I take it you didn't win?
I won.
Oh, okay.
I tried to keep it together, keep everybody together, but those guys were trying to race real early on, and
Yeah.
they just blew themselves up. We had like a group of 5 or 6 for the first 20 miles, and then it was just Luis and myself. You know Lou?
Yeah.
So we rode together for 60-ish miles, and then he had to go his own pace the last lap.
Yeah.
We went up that big hill twice, that Windmill Hill,
Yeah.
and the second time really took it out of him.
That's a cruncher.
Yeah, it's hard.
It hurts no matter how you do it. You can either slow roll it or you can freaking just stand up and hammer it. It hurts no matter what.
Yep. You're going on your easiest gear, and you're still going as hard as you can.
Yeah. So you just used him up and spit him out, basically?
No, I let him ride with me.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was, he was just riding by me the whole time. He took 1 or 2 pulls the first 10 miles or so, and then
Yeah.
he just sat behind me as long as he could.
So by comparison, what size tires were the other 5 guys running? Like 45s? Or was anybody else running?
I don't know.
I didn't. So I did a really unique setup that I liked. We set up the water table basically where the cloverleaf overlapped
Mhm.
every time. So it was one water table, but I say there's as a man table for the
Yeah.
vast majority of it. So I got to see everybody come through every time they went through.
Yeah.
And I don't think I saw, in the long distance riders, I didn't see anyone under a 45.
Yeah.
Most seem to be in that 50 range
Yeah.
these days and up.
Yeah.
That seems to be definitely the direction things are going. And I tell you, I am still massively confused by Unbound saying no drop bars on the mountain bike trail and Rule 3 basically taking mountain bikes.
Wait. Unbound saying, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're saying Leadville. You said Unbound, but you meant Leadville.
I'm sorry, I meant Lifetime. So
Yeah.
Oh, lifetime in general.
Lifetime in general, sorry.
Right, on the
and-
mountain bike races.
On the mountain bike races, no drop bars allowed. And then Rule 3 basically just eliminating the reason to have a mountain bike on there if you're trying to be competitive about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
How did they do that?
They significantly reduced the single track mileage on the
So
course.
it's more of a gravel race.
Yeah.
I didn't even check out the course.
I think they only had 12 miles.
That's what I'm hearing, and there's definitely
Really?
definitely plenty of people that are harping about it. And I'm not
Yeah.
again. I'm going to say it again for the third time. I'm not criticizing them for it. It's their race. They're
Right.
welcome to do whatever they want to.
But it's
And I do wish them the best of luck on it.
and it goes against what the format of the race set out to be.
But what it was isn't what it is in the future necessarily. Things change.
Yeah. I have to share something that I think is very similar that is totally dissimilar.
Okay.
Alamo Draft House.
Yeah.
Their whole premise is no phones, no texting. You know,
Right.
you order your food by writing it on a chit sheet. Well, they have changed their format. So now you have to be on their Wi-Fi,
and open their app or
and you
whatever.
have to open their app to order food. And I got a an email saying, "Hey, how did you enjoy our last experience?" And I was burned up. I was irritated by the whole thing. We went to see Project Hail Mary. I think I might have shared that with
You
you.
talked about it.
And so I was bored. I was at my construction project, and I was waiting for a sub to show up. And I saw the email, and I was like, "Ooh, you caught me at the right time." So I said, I did not enjoy this. This goes against everything that Alamo Drafthouse is supposed to be. Your whole policy is no phones during the movie, yet you're encouraging people to use their phones so they can get the refreshments that they want. And I said, in what world does that make sense? You're going against your whole business plan. And I actually got a long, thought out response from them, which I didn't anticipate. He said, the gist of it was, "We appreciate your feedback. We are working to balance things out." I think it's just a labor thing, probably.
More than likely, yes. More than likely,
But
yes.
it's similar in my mind to Rule of Three. Like, they started out as one thing, but they seem to be going against the heart of what they began as. And same thing with Alamo Drafthouse, in my mind.
Evolution is always part of an ongoing business.
Yeah.
The markets change. That's some of the stuff I want to talk about from the Red River Riot. I definitely want to hear Austin's thoughts on it. My takeaway from yesterday or this weekend's Red River Riot, there's a market shakeup that's happening in gravel that I think is excellent for me, but other promoters like Rule of Three and Unbound may not like it, sort of thing. But while I'm thinking about it, I saw Project Hail Mary last night, finally.
How good was that?
It was a good movie, but the whole time I'm watching, it's like, I think I would have been confused if I wasn't familiar with the story.
I thought that too, but then both of my kids went with me, and neither one of them have read the book or listened.
And they were fine with it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought they did a good job of telling the story. There was obviously a couple of scenes where it was a full chapter in the book, and then it was 35 seconds.
Yeah,
in the movie.
they had no choice.
Yeah.
Or it would have been an 18-hour miniseries or something like that.
It was still a 2.5-hour movie.
And it was 2.5 hours. They went by quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thumbs up on Project Hail Mary.
Yep.
How about you? You have any opinions on Project Hail Mary, Austin?
Haven't seen it yet.
Worth watching.
Have you read the book or listened to the book?
No, I read the description on IMDb though. So I know that.
Understood.
You're way
The
ahead.
synopsis.
Understood.
Something about a high school teacher in space.
Do you absorb fiction in any way?
Yeah, I love sci-fi.
Okay. I encourage you to do the book. Do you ever do audiobooks while you're riding or anything like that?
Yep.
That would be an excellent one. Let me see it. Audible still lets me. It used to let me share my books.
Yeah.
I'll see if it still does that. I don't.
It's only a 16-hour book.
That's not enough time. Who
It's
needs
a week of writing.
Not even for you.
It's kind of hard when it's windy to do audiobooks.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
doubt. No doubt.
What do you use? Aftershocks? Yeah.
Yeah, aftershocks. I've got some earbuds too that I use when I'm on the trainer, but
Yeah.
I don't ride with those outside.
Yeah. I
These
love
are
the
good. I
Aftershocks
mean,
Pro.
they're good enough for music and podcasts when it's calm, but
Yeah.
when it gets windy, you just can't understand anything.
I've got the new ones. I guess they're similar to that.
These, I don't know if these are the brand new ones. They're the first gen once they put USB-C on. The magnet charger.
Oh, that does have the USB-C.
Yeah.
Okay.
The magnet one always gave me issues.
I need to get.
the USB-C
Old ones
works.
had a micro.
I had the micro ones, which actually work better than the
They
ones.
sound way better.
Yeah.
But they fall apart a lot.
Well,
quicker.
mine just broke.
Oh, they do. They have a great warranty.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like
I
a
know
2-year
they-
Okay.
I mean, they've probably replaced 5 or 6 sets for me.
Yeah, I've gotten 2 replaced from.
But I didn't even bother replacing my last ones. I just bought a new pair, but I bought the Open Run 2s or something like
these
that.
are the Pro 2s, I think.
And they just don't sound as good. Like, I keep them maxed out, and it's still
hard to hear.
it's still okay.
So the Open Run Pro 2s.
Yeah.
They sound a lot better than my old ones did.
I don't understand why anybody does anything that's not USB-C anymore. That pisses me off when I do anything that's not.
We're
USB.
pretty much all converted to all USB-C on our
I'm getting
bike
close.
devices.
Yeah.
I'm getting close.
I think that's one of the best things that's happened is everything has gotten. We finally have a standard in computers, unlike the bike industry.
Yeah.
I feel like I've finally evolved where everything in my house is USB-C.
I'm almost there right now. My aftershocks are behind the curve, and there was something else. My Wahoo.
Yeah.
I assume
It'll be USB-C.
I assume the Corostura is USB-C, so
Yeah.
when that does poop out, that's probably the direction I'm going on that one.
It is windy, but it does feel good. The wind's helping with the humidity.
There is that.
Yeah.
I saw you had Bicycle Retailer up. Any exciting news?
I did. It's
Nothing, nothing to really talk
more
about.
rehashing of Sea Otter. I was just looking to see if there's anything. It doesn't look like anything's really been.
I got some feedback on the Lynskey bankruptcy that kind of ups. I mean, don't get me wrong. I was not happy about Lynskey going bankrupt by any stretch of the imagination.
It's been in the works for a while.
Yeah, I feel like since I got into cycling, they've been kind of.
Well, they've always been hovering,
Yeah.
but evidently there's lots of people that prepaid for bikes
Oh.
that are getting stiffed.
That I didn't know, but it doesn't surprise me. Lynskey's been so yes, about 7 years ago ish. They were kind of at the top of their game. They were doing all the good. They were making banger bikes. They were still making everything in the United States. They were making Jumbo's tie bikes for them. They were doing there was a couple of they were making the Salsa Tie Fargo, allegedly. That was always speculation and rumor in the cycling industry. And then they quit doing tie bikes for Chumba for whatever reason. And they
Chumba quit then, was my understanding, but
that is what you heard from Chumba.
I understand.
Yeah. But it seems that Chumba may be a pain in the ass to work with. So it wouldn't surprise me if Lynskey was the one that said, we can't deal with you anymore. You don't need to comment.
I would not be shocked if that were the case. I'll just leave it.
But Lynskey systematically kind of broke ties with everybody it was doing sub work for. And they just have been kind of up and down and up and down. And they for the past 5 years or so, they've been having fire sales where they're selling cheap runs of frames and stuff. And then they started doing a lot of stuff in Taiwan. And it just seems like it's kind of a shell of a company of what it used to be. And I think that a lot of people jumped ship and it just kind of dwindled and dwindled and dwindled. And this was pretty much inevitable from just my lay perspective.
I mean, their audience, their customers, whenever I'm coming across a Lynskey thread or whatever, their customer base still seems super loyal up until just obviously the past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So, whenever I made my comments about, I think Lynskey may not be the best tie option out there, but man, I would get just brigaded down on stuff like that.
Yeah.
It is.
They used to do custom frames. I don't even think they do custom frames anymore because they don't have as many in-state welders. But
Probably.
it was Lynskey somehow associated with Titus back in the day, or were they always two separate companies?
No, I'm pretty sure they were separate. I think they picked up some of Lightspeed's old stuff somewhere along the
The
way.
tracks.
But that whole mass market-ish titanium thing,
Yeah.
it seems to be a kind of a jumbled history.
Yeah.
I don't know how all that.
So what did they file Chapter 11?
They filed Chapter 11.
So it's reorg, right?
Reorganization and relief from debt,
Yeah.
supposedly.
So they can still liquidate the current product, but they have to shut down manufacturing?
I can't speak to that.
Okay.
That's outside my wheelhouse.
Yeah, I'm not a tax lawyer.
So I'm not going to even pretend to. But kind of along those lines, going deeper into the tie, Moots has a new bike that's cool as
Oh,
shit.
really? I haven't seen that.
But the Moots Scrambler, do a search for Moots Scrambler. It's like, oh my, that's got Kevin's written all over it, sort of thing. But I don't think there's much demand for tie bikes anymore.
That is a good looking bike. Drop bar, front suspension,
Takes up to
2.4
2.4.
tires, 38 tooth chain ring. Is it titanium?
It is titanium.
So it looks like it's
So that's the thing in titanium. They're doing this anode thing
Yeah.
on the titanium.
anodized and etched.
It's like
Oh yeah, looks like Stella.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I was perusing Facebook Marketplace last night, and there was a Thai Stella. It was set up single speed, flat bars. I couldn't tell what brakes were on it, but they were dual pot brakes, decent wheels, race face cranks. I'm trying to give you the highlights. Dropper posts, $2,500. He's like, it's a pretty good price.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, I think the secondary gray market's kind of slow right now.
yeah.
Kind of hard
yeah.
to unload stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
getting
yeah.
really tough. It's
Well,
getting really
I'm
tough.
just happy that people aren't still COVID pricing their used bikes, you know?
Yeah, it was
So,
super hot then. It was hard to even find a used bike.
Yeah, it was crazy. People were getting retail price for
mean-
used bikes.
Yes.
And I'm seeing the same thing in the Jeep stuff
Yeah.
too. It's great. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not.
RVs, any kind of
Yeah.
recreation equipment.
Boats, yeah.
Boats, yeah.
All of it. All the used market is
Mm-hmm.
crazy affordable. Yes, I actually saw same bike as mine on Facebook Marketplace this morning. Motorcycle as mine on Facebook Marketplace this morning. 60 miles on it.
Jeez.
Under $5,000. It's like, where were you a couple weeks ago?
They bought it and parked it in the garage.
He said something about an knee injury and not able to ride anymore.
the
Or
worst.
something along those lines. So, what's next on your list? Do you have anything working?
I think we're planning on going to Angel Fire this weekend for Memorial Day. Get a few days out there. So
Very
some
nice.
Cool weather. It's looking. They did their opening weekend at the bike park this weekend, so next weekend it ought to be worn in a little bit. Hopefully we'll get to ride South Boundary Trail if it's clear. If they get up there and clear out all the trees.
Have you heard any updates on it?
So I looked on Strava because you can kind of like see the Strava segments and
Sure.
click ridden this month or whatever.
Okay.
And filter out people who have ridden it this month. And there are a few runs this weekend, and I didn't see a whole lot of complaining, so that's a good sign. Usually,
Yeah.
if it's heavy tree, if there's a lot of trees down, maybe you can complain and post some pictures of all the trees down and stuff.
Well, they didn't get any snow this year, so it should be good.
Yeah, last year I think we talked about it. We went up there. There were probably 50 trees down on that run down, and it was tough stopping and going around trees every 20 or 40 feet. But it's looking pretty smooth right now. So we might get out there this weekend. We haven't booked a house yet or anything, made plans, but
It is Memorial Day weekend.
yeah, we could sleep in the van if we need
Yeah.
to, but that's no big deal.
That is the beauty of the van.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not real stressed out about it. We just go, and it's perfect temperatures for camping
Yes,
between 40
yes.
and 60.
Yeah.
Oh man, makes me want to go back out in the van again, man.
Yeah, I got to get that tire fixed.
I'm trying to get away from here in July.
Okay, where do you
Wanna
think?
go- I don't know. I'm trying to get Paula to Colorado or somewhere. It's cooler.
How about Arizona? Do the mountains of Arizona,
Flagstaff or something.
and get up towards Flagstaff. You can
Yeah.
hit Sedona too.
Sure.
Better do the girl thing down in Sedona.
And I would like to go back to Sedona. What an interesting place.
So
I'm gonna go out there and ride,
over there
too.
in the summer.
Yes, you do. You do a day trip.
Better though.
You do a day trip to Sedona for the shops and stuff like that, and then go back uphill
Yeah.
and make the evening of it.
What's the canyon? I guess it's south or east of Sedona. We drove through, and you're in it for a couple of miles, and there's just houses. It was so gorgeous. I can't even remember what the area was called.
Outside my wheelhouse, I'm not
Yeah.
familiar with it, but I'll probably be back out that way, probably in July.
Yeah.
More than likely to scout the snow reroute that I want to have in place for when the higher elevations in Arizona are snowed in, but also to tie together those last couple pieces of the USA route.
Where were we night 4 of our? That was outside of Jerome. Is that right? Am I remembering that right?
Man, it's
We were on the
the
rim.
night on the rim.
Yeah.
That was outside of Strawberry. Was the nearest town that I can think of.
Okay.
Also, kind of Camp Verde wasn't too far away.
Yeah.
Camp Verde was a little west of there.
Okay.
It's that's kind of in that Flagstaff, Sedona area-ish.
That was flipping gorgeous.
Yeah. So that's the region I'm going back to.
Yeah.
Sometime this summer, because
And we had decent elevation there, huh?
yeah,
It was like 6,000.
6
Yeah.
ish.
Yeah.
Actually over 6. That's why I have to find a reroute around there. Get up towards 6,500. That's where
Snow.
That's where the snow line kind of starts when they have decent snows for the winter. It tends to stick around.
Speaking of snow, I watched a documentary, finished it up last night with Pims Nur, I think is his name, the Nepali Sherpa climber that climbed the 8,000 meter plus mountains within a year.
Yeah, I watched that. That's
Wow.
a good video.
It's pretty insane. He set out to do it in a year, and the guy that had done it the fastest before him, I think had done it in the course of like 16 years, and he did it in 6 months and 6 days.
Yeah, he was moving.
Yeah, it was insane. But they summited Everest and the 2 other mountains that are right there that don't get near the recognition that they deserve, that are both over 8,000 meters. They summited all 3 of those peaks in like 48 hours. It's just insane. And when you look at, Paula was astounded when they showed some of the Everest footage, just the freaking ant line of climbers going up to Everest. It's just a churning machine. It's crazy. I told Paula, I said, every one of those people holding onto that rope paid $100,000 plus just to say that they climbed Everest.
At least.
Yeah.
At least.
Do you watch the video on Killian Jornet doing that?
No.
Everest? He just runs up it.
Oh, yeah.
He's crazy.
Yeah. Well, those guys essentially did too.
Yeah.
You know,
No, they did the same thing. They're ultra runners.
Yeah, they would have been way faster. I mean, my main takeaway from the movie was if they weren't such compassionate people, they would have been way faster, because the majority of what they did was help other climbers and establish ropes for other climbers. So it was it's pretty interesting. And they also seemingly had incredible windows of weather. So it's worth watching if you haven't watched it.
I will keep an eye out on it.
Yeah.
I am going to plant a seed. I'm not trying to twist your arm to not go to Angel Fire. Definitely get that in. But if that doesn't work out for whatever reason, there's a good chance we'll have a pretty fast crowd at Gainesville on Saturday.
Okay.
Jonas is going to be there for sure. It looks like Emporia is going to have really shitty weather.
Bendigo? You haven't Bendigo?
No, Jonas Orset, the
Nordic Trailblazer.
Nordic Trailblazer. Emporia's getting slammed this week. So if there's a bunch of mud up that way, some of those folks might be more likely to come down to Gainesville.
They're getting slammed with rain?
Is that it's the following weekend?
They're getting slammed with rain right now? Is that what you
Yeah,
said?
Emporia. They've got flooding for the next couple days, and it's supposed to rain
wow.
through the week. So
That's not good.
a bunch of them were planning to just do Emporia this coming weekend and pre-ride and trying to drag Dylan down if he doesn't want to have a mud fest this weekend. We'll see how that goes.
That'd be cool to see him again.
It would.
Actually, though, I'll be in Mississippi this weekend.
What you got going?
My cousin's graduating. We're going to go and hang out with my family and watch him graduate. Hopefully kidnap my mom and bring her home for a while. Bring her here.
Just put some baseball tickets in front of her.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about that. I could entice her with some Rangers tickets. She's a huge baseball fan. I'm really brain dead, too. Had a dinner this weekend. I had back-to-back dinners. I started experiencing breaker issues.
no.
I was running 2 sous vides. We were running a portable AC in the garage. And I finally realized, because my breaker trip, that only 2 of those refrigerators are on one breaker and the other 2 are on another breaker, which is good. But I was telling Paula, I said, there's no telling how old those breakers are in that panel. And once old school breakers like that trip, they just trip easier and easier. So luckily I realized it as soon as it happened, and I flipped it back on kept an eye on it. The laundry room light is on the same circuit, so that was kind of my canary in the coal mine, so I didn't have to keep going back there. And it got to the point, it was happening in the middle of dinner. And so I just started pulling stuff that wasn't necessary. And it's stabilized now, but I went to Home Depot yesterday and bought new breakers, and I'm going to replace them today. So
Damn, breakers are pricey now, aren't they?
man, like $35 for,
Breaker switches.
yeah, it's
Outlets.
crazy. And then I had a grazing table local yesterday, so I didn't ride again yesterday.
Don't blame it on that. You wouldn't have ridden anyways.
And I know that's not true. I would have ridden yesterday, but got to make money.
Got to make money.
Yeah,
That's kind of important these days.
got to keep the lights on. Got to keep the breakers changed.
It's getting tough out there.
Yes.
I mean, actually, things are doing okay. I mean, we're not making money hand over fist, but like we're restructuring everything, and the pieces are starting to line up really nicely
Yeah.
to move forward in the right way. And I'm really excited about that. But I am seeing lots of other folks that are starting to have some rough times out there that aren't used to it.
Yeah.
And me being the pessimist that I am, a couple of years ago, I started racing for a margin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I think you're onto something with your looped route at Red River Riot. I think you could bring a lot of people with that. I could just imagine feed tents set up all the way down that stretch of road with a bunch of racers coming through.
I have been toying with that ever since this past weekend. And like today, I redid the Gainesville route for this weekend so it could work as a cloverleaf as well. And
That's better for everybody
It is.
involved.
Nobody's going to complain about that.
The only drawback to it is it's easier for people to bail.
oh,
We
most
learned that
for
this
sure.
weekend.
Well, we knew that in the past because we used to we always cloverleaf Red River from the very first one. We always cloverleafed it.
Yeah.
And it jumps that attrition rate that much. You saw it at the Privateer a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing happened there. When people have that easy bailout,
Yeah.
but the way I look at it, that's like some of the best mental toughness training there
Oh,
is.
for sure. Because you have passed the vehicle 3 times. Yeah. You know.
Yeah. So I am. That was my takeaway from this weekend. I am really going to lean heavily into that cloverleaf approach. It helps on my logistics. I've got one water table
Yeah.
and I can be there the whole time, and it's a manned water table
Yeah.
at that point. And then I got to think about it's like, realistically, when we do these smaller things along the USA Trail where maybe we're only getting 15 or 20 people at a new state to do a section, if I do the same thing, I can even run timing by myself out
Yeah.
of there and just do everything out of the van
Yeah.
in one spot.
Yeah. And it's more approachable for beginners too.
Oh, that's
You
we're definitely going to be talking about
Yeah.
the beginner audience we had this.
I think it's a
As
win-win as long as you're not sending people down it's not a loop system. You're not doing
Same laps.
3 laps of the same
Oh
course.
yeah. I try to always do completely different.
Yeah.
But sometimes I may, like, if it's going to end up being 3 loops, it's always going to be different loops completely. Sometimes just from the logistics, if they're just sitting at a dirt road network available, or it's a lot of pavement to get to another one,
Yeah.
I may do the 3rd loop where it's at one of the others backwards or
Yeah.
something, possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that situation just gets a little confusing on the map.
That it
Especially
does.
if you're running Garmin.
It,
Especially. My only complaint with how you did it was the longest loop was last. I think it was the longest loop. Maybe do the shortest loop last, just with
Understood.
the heat situation.
Understood.
If it wasn't hot, it wouldn't have been an issue for sure.
And if it wasn't 40-mile-an-hour winds,
Right.
it wouldn't.
Yeah, we would have been done a bit.
It was a 40-mile loop.
The good
right?
thing about that last lap is it was the least climby. It was a lot. That last lap is definitely the fastest.
Yeah. Well, and
That's great.
you had a long downhill with tailwind section on that.
That was
too.
paved.
So
But yeah, just
Yeah.
ending on the shorter lap.
no,
was
I
just
agreed.
not.
Agreed. And that was actually, I took your feedback on that when I put together the Itasca loop. It does. It's also right now set up where the 3rd loop is the longest loop, but the midpoint of that 3rd loop does go right by a store.
Yeah, and that would be perfect as well. Just having somewhere to stop.
So bike performed flawlessly.
Yeah, I did puncture at the start, but it just sealed up. I stopped and and played with my tire a little bit. Got the sealant to pool over the hole and it stopped leaking.
Did you have to add any air?
No. Nope. I'll stop maybe 20 seconds, 30 seconds, not much.
What do you carry for air these days? Are you on an electric pump?
No, I still just have like a 30 gram CO2, and
Yeah.
I keep it like this. That way I just crack it and it's ready to go.
Yeah.
25 grams, so it's a big one, enough to fill up a 29er.
Yeah.
I just carry that around. And
So you haven't dabbled with the electronic inflators yet?
no, I've got one. I just don't carry it around.
Yeah. Because of weight or bulkiness
I just
or
don't see
reliability?
yeah, I just don't see the need. I've got the air, and that's done me well.
Yeah.
Got the CO2.
I was just curious because everybody seems to be shifting towards the little electronic Chinese inflators.
Yeah.
And so,
I think as far as racing concerns, the CO2 is so quick. Like that little pump's not going to be near as quick as
that
one of
is
these.
true. It is quicker to deploy, quicker to inflate.
And if it's like a long race where there won't be 8 or anything, I'll get 2 of these and just tape them together. Then I've got them both ready to go.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
And this is enough for 2 tires if I need. Like if it keeps going down, I'll get 2 fills out of it.
And if it's beyond that, you're out of competition
Exactly,
anyways.
yeah.
Yeah. That makes
I'm
sense.
not racing anymore.
And the electric pumps are one more thing you got to be sure is charged.
Yeah.
And that I learned that this weekend. I did one short spin on the tributary to move arrows around since we were crisscrossing. Wanted to reposition arrows a couple times. And I came across a rider that was having tire issues. It's like, oh, okay, well, here, I've got a pump because he doing the
Mini pump things.
mini pump things. Oh, okay, got a pump here. And
Yeah, dead.
I
It's a USB-C though, Kevin.
I thought I had charged it recently enough where it should have still been holding charge, but maybe I didn't, sort of thing.
I wonder.
I didn't charge it the day before because I knew I wasn't going out on a 40 or 50 mile ride myself.
Yeah. I mean, you are right. You don't have to charge CO2s. I have pulled out CO2s before and only to realize that I used it last time. But,
Didn't replace it.
yeah.
Yeah, there's problems both
And
ways.
I've also done the thing where I had the chuck just a smudge too tight and something happened in the bag and
Just leaked out. Yeah.
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 If there's a screw up, I've done it.
Yeah.
I will say that was a good thing about the big tire having so much air volume. Like you could leak so much more and still be all right.
Yeah.
Where it was like a narrow tire, you leak for 30 seconds, it's flat.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very true. You have more volume to deal with. What are you running? 2.1s? What kind of tire pressure are you running? Like 20?
I had 30 in them. They're just
30.
real thin tires. So if you push them around the corner when they're that low, they kind of fold over on you.
Yeah.
It gets a little sketchy.
Yeah.
So I run them a little hard.
That makes sense. I'm really brain dead.
All right. Let's talk about potentially, and hey, I got feedback on all aspects of it here. So maybe we try to do something June 27th weekend for combining food and bike riding again, right? One way or another.
I'm in.
Okay.
Just let me know.
I don't know what it looks like. I have no idea what it looks like. So let's walk through that. And I'm not holding you to anything if it doesn't fit your calendar yet, Austin. But if we start bouncing ideas around, I just want your participants' perspective of if those ideas make sense or if there's any way to make it better. So, I mean, we did the pie ride fam meal thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's something we still need to really dial in that formula before we jump into doing another one of those events.
And we need a better weather. We need to do something like that in October or something.
Potentially,
Yeah.
or very indoors oriented or something.
Or do a bike packing kind of sitch with that. Like you were talking about with all the stations and clinics and stuff. I think that would be really cool if we integrated more stuff into it,
I don't disagree. I don't
know what that looks like, and I don't know. I mean, obviously, we want to attract as many riders and participants as we can, but we also want it to be a good venue and a great course. So there's a lot of things to balance there.
I think we need to something more advanced like that. We need to have all the ducks in a row, be able to describe exactly what it is and how it works, and have plenty of time to share that message appropriately with the appropriate people.
Yeah.
So probably for June, we would look more along the lines of an open air
like we did at Chisholm.
food service thing in conjunction with some sort of ride or clinic or something that makes sense is kind of what I'm leaning towards. But it is June in Texas.
It's not July though.
Pretty damn close.
Yeah.
Pretty damn close.
And it's not August.
It's definitely not. We're definitely not doing that in August.
Yeah.
And September's just as bad as August, realistically.
June could turn out to be a decent month. I mean, we've had a really, really mellow spring so far.
So what do your weekend rides look like in June in Texas, or are you going off to the mountains or whatever whenever you can?
No, they're usually still pretty long. Usually we'll do a group ride on Saturday and then just a easy ride to the taco shop on Sunday, but there's still 10 to 12 hours over the weekend,
Okay.
even in the summertime.
And what time do you start rolling on a Saturday morning?
6, 5:30 or 6.
Early bird gets the worm.
It's got to be dark out before the sun comes up. It's usually it's like you trade the humidity for the heat in the morning time. It's still humid when the sun's down, sometimes it feels better whenever the sun comes out. Yeah. Just getting
starts to burn off some of the humidity.
The humidity dries up a bit.
Yeah.
It just depends on cloud cover.
So
it's like this, it's not too bad with you got a nice spot here under the trees, but there's still a bunch of clouds blocking the sun. It's quite a bit better without the sun.
Yeah.
So one of the things I was just kind of daydreaming about it this morning is like, what could we do? One of the things I was thinking about is potentially just do it as a club Spinistry thing, but potentially do a beginner clinic, but maybe do it on the Trinity Trails in Fort Worth with beginner clinic, but also have just longer routes for people that want to, they don't want to do the clinic thing, but they want to go out and ride, maybe call a Travel-thon Fort Worth or something like that. And then gather back at maybe that big shaded pavilion at Gateway from 11 to 1, have food available for the folks that sign up or something.
Yeah.
Along those lines. Would you be interested in something like that, or do you want to lean more towards?
Yeah, but I'm not doing tacos there.
Okay.
I would get destroyed by all the soccer players. They would berate my taco game.
Probably, but it's time for probably something else in the mix anyway.
We can do sort of fun.
I mean, if you were doing one of your Saturday morning rides on the June weekend, would you be interested in coming back and finishing where there's something decent to eat, or is it too hot at that point where you don't even want to mess with a full meal?
No, I definitely would. Yeah, I love riding down there on Saturday at the Trinity. It's great.
You think something like that would work?
100%.
Yeah. Then we just got to figure out what the menu is and how to charge for it. It makes sense for everyone. We'll figure that part out offline.
Yeah, and the good thing about Trinity is there's plenty of water fountains along the way. There's, if you go down all the way down to White Settlement, there's 3 or 4 water fountains you can stop at all the way out and back. And you kind of switch it up by going on the other side of the river, so you're not just riding out and back.
Yeah.
Oh, would definitely set it up so it's not just out and back. That would be part of it. And that would also be part of fleshing out finalizing the Taco Casa loop through there as well. Specifically defining, here's the gravel parts of it that you're supposed to use as opposed to taking the paved bypass.
So the Taco Casa loop has not been proved yet?
It needs to be reproofed.
Yeah.
So I'm going to verify that.
But nobody's done it yet.
No. We kind of put it on hold while they were finishing that connector through River Legacy.
Yeah.
So now that it's out, and it's like, all right, 2026 is the year. Let's do it. Let's do it again. Yeah. So it was reconfigured for everything going through from River Legacy to Fort Worth now.
How does that look? What is that connector?
Y'all been on it, haven't you? I thought you'd been on it with them.
Maybe.
You wrote it. There's a big bridge, right? Yeah. It was under construction when we did it. It was all paved, but they still had cones and stuff out.
Yeah. Okay.
I like that section. The grass. They were still laying grass at that time.
Yeah.
So it used to be our old Spinistry loop came up from the south and went by the stadium and wound through all those trails down South Arlington and up. So now we just cut across from Grand Prairie to Fort Worth.
Yeah.
And that one little section between Centerport and Grand Prairie is still paved road, but it's mostly back roads, so that's not a big deal. The rest of it's, I assume, paved trail, but I do have to re-verify it, because even the paved trail that was paved trail a couple years ago, they redid for all that, and they had some of it torn up and closed down last year.
Yeah, they rode over there last month. They're working on a bridge with a nice big sidewalk. I can't remember what the name of that road is, though, on the way to Grand Prairie. There's a park over there. So
Mike Robbins Park or something like that.
Yeah, it's definitely a guy's name. But yeah, it's right after the River Legacy train station, the train station past River Legacy.
Centerport.
And then you ride down Trinity Boulevard for a bit to Roy or Mike Lewis.
Mike Lewis Park. Okay.
Yeah, so that's a super nice trail.
So it's trail all the way to Mike Lewis now from...
No, it's still pavement. You got to ride Trinity Boulevard to Roy Orr, and then get on Mike Lewis. And then right through, let's see. Yeah, that keeps going down pretty far.
So yeah, basically it goes through what used to be Lion Country Safari. What were you here when Lion Country Safari was around? That shows how old I am. But that whole Trinity River channel north of Ripley's, believe it or not, used to be Lion Country Safari way back.
Yeah, so this goes right to the Ripley's. It does now, but they're building a new bridge with a big sidewalk that will connect back onto the Dallas Lone Star Trail.
Yes, Ripley's still right across from Lone Star Park.
Next to
it's in the same spot it's always been.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I assume it's still there anyway.
I've never even been in there.
But yeah, once they get this big bridge
40
done,
years ago, maybe. No, not 50 years ago.
Shit.
Damn, I'm old.
Whatever became of the Dallas to Fort Worth connector?
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, so part of it.
This is almost done. They've got this bridge almost done. This is where the trail ends at Mike Lewis.
Yeah.
And then they'll have a big bike path there going to the Lone Star Trail.
That's the missing piece at the moment. Yeah. I'll look at it because actually we'll look at it right immediately afterwards.
The Lone Star Trail is pretty good.
The Lone Star Trail. The Lone Star Trail is the part that was torn up last year.
Yeah, it's good right now. I just don't understand what these big circles are for in the middle of the trail. Have you seen those? It's so weird.
Well, yeah. Those used to be the segment ends. So that was your turnaround when it was a dead end, and then they added more to it.
It's like the size of a helicopter landing pad. They're giant.
And maybe that
like 20 or 30.
Maybe that was the spec, or maybe that was for equipment holding or something like storage. That. I don't know.
But there's several of those, and it's like a very expensive.
Yeah. Maybe it is for helicopter extraction.
At some point.
But yeah, they've got construction going on that bridge, and that's closed down. I rode out there thinking it'd be all right and just ride over the closed bridge, but no. They got it locked up tight, and I had to work my way around.
Do you have a satellite tracker of any kind?
I've got an InReach Mini 2.
Yeah.
So it's not the newest one, but it works.
But you have one. You have one.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to start reinforcing the importance for people doing Spinistry events, particularly the longer ones, that they need to have that capability.
I think it depends. Here in DFW, we have pretty good cell service everywhere, but if you get out, there was sparse cell service out at 4R. I know in the ranch in the hills, you don't get very good cell. But
I guess what I'm getting at is if I do move to this cloverleaf setup where I'm not out on course all day, it's like, and I'm the manned aid station and the timing and everything else. It's like I can't come get you. There's no way. I mean, I always say that anyway, but we've never left anyone hanging that was really in a pinch, sort of thing. But if I'm a one-man shop and I'm stuck there by myself, people need to have a way to, if it's a true emergency, do something.
Yeah.
When it's not a true emergency, there's always somebody that's going to help you out. Another rider's going to help you out, or a local farmer driving by is going to give you a hand. But yeah, if it's a true emergency and you can't call 911 for whatever reason, I think people need to have that SOS capability, sort of thing. So they came out with the new InReach Mini recently, and Caleb was saying a new spot device of some sort.
He said that the new spot device is going to be better than Garmin's ever been. I don't know what
I know folks are using the Zolios, and
I don't even know that animal.
it's kind of like the hammerhead of
Uh-huh.
satellite trackers. Actually, I haven't heard much about hammerhead lately. Is hammerhead still a thing?
Yeah, they just came out with a new one with the last release of SRAM's group set. Like they.
Oh, that's right. They're under SRAM now, aren't
SRAM purchased them.
they? Still
Shrimp's
waiting.
just slowly acquiring
Still
everything.
waiting on my finder's fee on that deal. Oh well, I guess it's not going to happen.
I don't know if Spot's announced their new.
I think the thing Spot has going for it are the AAA batteries. Like that's kind of old technology, but it's good in this situation where you replace the batteries if you're out for multiple weeks at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or even days.
even days.
Like that
and-
Garmin I have lasts, I think, maybe 72 hours or something on easy mode, or
Yeah.
on sparse mode, or energy saver mode, whatever they call it, which is
Yeah.
plenty for what I do. But then you got to have a battery bank if you need to charge it if you're going
Yeah.
out longer.
When I had just the Spot tracker, that worked fantastic. I tried the Spot 2-way, and that thing was just total dog shit,
Looks like an old BlackBerry.
basically.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I watched it.
And what'd you think of that
It was
one?
good. It was good.
So they've had a keyboard on it so you can send text messages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And then I went to the Garmin version, which was the Black Puck Messenger one, like Caleb had for a while. And it was great for the first couple years. And then I guess Garmin started doing Garmin shit,
Yeah.
wanted to make it obsolete, and wanted to reduce the functionality of that one so they could sell the other more expensive one. And then all the firmwares quit working. And it's like, so that's just been gathering dust for a couple of years.
Yeah, the Garmin's kind of frustrating with their subscription service. You've got to
Yeah.
pay, like, I don't use it, but a couple times a year,
Right.
if that. And then there's like a activation fee, and then you got to pay the subscription on top of that. And then you
Yeah.
got to pay 10 cents a message after that.
Yeah.
And you only get 500 points you could track before you have to pay per point after that.
Yeah.
Like, it literally costs no extra money for them to offer that stuff for,
Right.
for just
We
one
just want to charge you,
subscription
we want to find excuses to charge you more.
fee. Exactly.
Every step of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And make it as complicated as possible.
It's surprising they don't charge you by the mile or something.
Oh, they charge you by the point that they
Yeah.
send, and you could send like a point every 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I say that I'm complaining about Garmin in that regard. I don't know that anybody else is any better at the moment. I need to get re-caught up on that capability. I'll be honest with you. I've been spoiled by, granted, it's not viable. Actually, in a way, it is kind of viable now, riding the bike, but not really. I've been spoiled by the Starlink, where it's
Right.
It's like I can have that up and running in 5 minutes, and
But that doesn't work on the bike.
that's what I just.
Yeah, the point is
They've got the
technology-
mini one that's only the dish is only about that big.
Well, I don't think it's the satellite or the
It's powering it.
transceiver that's the problem. Like they can make a smaller transceiver. The point is that the satellites are up there, and Starlink is the blue chip. They're proving that it's
Yeah.
possible to do it for a set price.
Yeah.
It's not.
Well, and I guess
And they've got fast speeds, Garmin's-
supposedly my new Pixel's supposed to have the same capability as Apple, but I have yet to ever see it say
As far as
satellites
the
are.
satellite, yeah.
It's supposed to.
Yeah, well, Apple supposedly has that too, but I've never seen it actually function and work.
Oh, it works.
Does it?
It works. We're just always in service.
When we were first night
Yeah.
on our California deal, mine was on satellite, but I still couldn't do anything.
Oh, really? You weren't
Yeah.
able to send messages? I think it only works for messages, but
It may have been because it says SOS mode. So I think all you can do is send out like emergency message.
maybe just call 911 or
Yeah.
something. 911's the only one that works.
But I don't know.
I know that if I'm on the satellite mode or Stephanie is, I can still see her dot moving when I track her
Oh, really?
if there's no service.
That's good to know.
Oh, so it does track.
I could see it when it.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it works. I don't
Okay.
know how responsive it is.
So that was the big deal about it when Apple first released it. Supposedly it wasn't tracking capable. It was just the messaging. So now they've
The
added.
problem is if you don't have service, the map won't load. So you can see the dot moving, but the map won't refresh.
Gotcha.
So if you have the map stored, maybe if there's a local cache on the map. it
Need to
works.
get up to speed on that again. That's pretty important stuff, I think.
Yeah, but these devices are so small. How outdated is Garmin and Hammerhead technology now? Like it needs to be 1/10 as powerful as this to do what?
I know. That's what blows
And then
me.
the pricing as well. Like a Garmin, like the flagship Garmin is $700-800, and the iPhone's $1,100 or $1,200
Yeah.
for a model, and it's way more powerful.
Yeah, and they're doing, like you said, 1/10 of what your phone's
Yeah,
doing.
you don't need nearly as much.
The reality is you should be able to get a Garmin 1050. Let's call it the 2050. Let's say same price as what they charge now, but it works as your computer, but it also works as a satellite tracker, and it includes the data. For the
We shouldn't need an inReach as well.
Yeah, it should just all be there. It should just do it all.
I guess there's trade-offs with battery life, and that just goes to show how hard these devices are
when you're
to
on
make
the e-bike,
and
you
how
just
good
plug
Apple
your
is.
e-bike into it. And it's
But then where are you going to get battery for your e-bike?
From the ether, bro.
the ether, man.
Wireless charging.
Yeah, a Tesla bike. It doesn't make it's obviously a cash grab. The reason that Garmin compartmentalizes all their electronics, because you're right, they could make like right now they have the 1040 and they have the 1040s. They could just have a higher model and have built-in tracking and spot type device and everything, and it not be I mean, even if it was $10 a month on top of your $800 charge price, I mean, I think that would be a more streamlined, but then you get into your niche upon niche upon niche thing.
I think it wouldn't be mass adoption by any stretch of the imagination, but I think the market share would go up tremendously.
Yeah, I mean, if they offered a product like that, there would definitely be thousands of people that jumped on it,
Well,
but depending on the battery life too. But
that
if
is
it's
what
solar.
We touched on it at Red River Riot. We were talking about it. We are finally at mass adoption stage of the navigation devices. But what I'm also running into is, before we got to the mass adoption phase, there's very few people that go, oh, just do it on the phone, man. Pretty much everybody that does anything that's over an hour knows it makes sense to have a dedicated navigation computer.
Yeah.
Right? But lots of them have no idea how to work it.
Yeah.
And prior to the mass adoption phase, the people that were buying those knew how to work them and do things and make them. And now,
And what's funny is they've gotten so much easier to use. Even a
kind-
dipshit like me
it's
can
kind
learn a
of,
route.
yes and no. It's kind of like the Apple environment, where as long as you stay between the lanes, here's our basic use case.
Yeah.
It's really easy.
Yeah.
Once you step outside that lane, now you got to go 3 menus deep.
Yes.
And find that hidden button or that hidden toggle.
Yeah. I think that was always Apple's or Mac's strength before it was called, before, like back in Mac OS days. That was always their strength. They made it so easy. There's a button with Safari on it. You click on it and the internet works.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's not a whole lot of settings you can adjust. That's just what it is. And Garmin
overcomplicates it.
They overcomplicate it. They want you to, you got to have the options to do stuff and make it how you like. But
you have to have 3 different apps to use.
And the learning curve is difficult.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason I stuck with Garmin, because I know the environment. I don't want to learn a whole new user interface.
And I wonder if that's by design. If they indoctrinate you into the Garmin environment and it makes switching to Wahoo seem insurmountable almost, or you're just so comfortable.
I got the Garmin scale, I've got the Garmin watch, I got the Garmin heart rate monitor, I got the Garmin GPS.
Yeah.
It all works together. And it's
Yeah.
not flawless, but it works together, and I know how to use it. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of stuck there. I don't want
And
to
that's
switch to
the Apple thing too.
Yeah, same with Apple, exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at you.
It's everybody.
A reminder I had this weekend. Did you see the guy that was running around on the course?
I don't think so.
I thought you may have, as quickly as you went back and forth. He was doing loops up Windmill Hill and back to the parking lot and past the tasting. So he had a pedal failure. I'll let you have one guess what pedal that might have been.
Crank Brothers?
It might have been an egg beater, yes.
Yeah, I've pulled plenty of egg beaters off the spindles.
And I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh. He made lemonade out of lemons.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, I'm just going to get my runs in.
Oh
He
wow!
put on his running shoes and did laps.
Yes, he did. He did at least 3
Up Windmill
up
Hill.
Windmill Hill.
That's
And that was after pedaling up at one time and breaking a pedal.
Wow.
So,
He still got his workout in.
oh, he definitely did. He was signed up for the 100-miler too.
I just don't understand why people still run Crank Brothers pedals.
They're lightweight. They'll break on you.
Yeah.
You got to just know to replace them every few thousand miles.
I've been saying for the past year or two, it's like I haven't heard about as many Crank Brothers failures as I used to, but now I'm starting to hear about them again on a much more regular basis.
My philosophy's always been, it doesn't matter how lightweight something is, if it doesn't get you to the finish line, It
Well, you
doesn't.
save them until race day. You ride your other pedals the rest of the time.
Yeah. So you want to let them fail on you here
No, they
when
won't
it's most
fail on-
critical.
They won't fail on you if you haven't used them.
Yeah.
Race day only. I stopped using them years ago just because of that. I just kept pulling them off the spindle.
Yeah.
The red would just pull
Yeah.
on the.
Yeah. And they're basically not serviceable either. I mean, that's the main thing. Like, so we did a ride last Tuesday, and one of the guys showed up in his pedal SPD had slop in it. I said, dude, come here. We took it apart, tightened it up, put it back on, flawless. I mean, that's the beauty of the SPDs is they're serviceable, especially, I mean, if you buy the XT or the XTR, you can basically
Yeah, they're
rebuild them in 10
lifelong
minutes.
pedals.
Yeah. So,
I don't disagree.
yeah.
I don't disagree. But back in the day, before I went flats,
Yeah.
that's part of the reason I started going flats. I was so deep into the Crank Brothers environment with all my bikes.
Yeah.
To switch over, it would have cost me $1,200
Yeah.
in pedals.
Yep.
You know?
And then you got to change your cleats, and yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
but I've been SPD for shit since I remember when SPDs first came out back in, that must have been 93, 94. I was riding, I'm talking about SPD mountain bike pedals. I was riding mountain bike pedals when we did the first Boulder race back in, that must have been 94. And
That was before my time.
yeah, and it was only 5 miles looped at the time, and there was 5 creek crossings every lap. It was ridiculous. It was like 20-something degrees that day, and my pedals froze up. My derailleur froze up. And I remember thinking, well, this is a big drawback to SPDs, but you're not crossing creeks at 20 degrees,
Yeah.
typical Texas weather. So, but it's 30 years ago. Jesus.
Yeah, learning curves are hard. Switching to new equipment is one extra step. I think after a certain year, people's life, like learning is just an extra step. in
Yeah.
life that people don't like doing, and I can understand that now. And when I was younger, I loved learning new stuff and trying out new things. But I'm getting to the point where I know what I like, and
Yeah.
what's the point?
Yeah.
I'm just coming back to Garmin and pedals. I got everything dialed in. Why do I need to try something new?
Speaking of, are you running Garmin pedals as well?
No,
No?
I just have those Expedo pedals.
Yeah.
And they're just a lightweight SPD. They're the same technology as
Yeah.
SPD.
It just has a tie spindle.
And
Yeah.
kind of lightweight design.
And what about the Q factor? Do you worry about Q factor? I mean, you're a smaller stature guy. You're not trying to get
No, I don't
in
worry
tighter.
about that.
No.
Mhm.
You never jacked with any of that? No.
What are you using for power meter now?
Yeah, I've got Quark on
Yeah.
road bikes and SRM on mountain bike.
Okay.
I had problems with the Quark mountain bike ones.
As far as what?
Just inaccuracy.
Yeah.
So and I've got theories behind it, but every mountain bike Quark I've had has been way off.
And how do you know that? Just judging based on your other numbers on other bikes?
No, I could measure it
Yeah.
quantitatively. You hang a weight on the pedal, and you could see how much force the device is measuring statically.
Are they just relatively off, where they're basically 10% off all the way through, or do they waver in?
No, it's a set amount. I think they're calibrated in a different factory than the road stuff is.
Can you calibrate them yourself?
No. So now I'd have to send it back. I think there's several issues with it, calibration being one of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could see it quantitatively just by measuring it with a kettlebell.
Yeah.
Just hanging a kettlebell on the pedal.
So is it under reporting your power or over?
No, it's over reporting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, one I had was like 12%, and I'd say probably on average is 7.
Yeah.
And it depends on the chain line. If you're in the big cog in the back, it's quite a bit higher than the little cog in the back. It's like a 3 or 4% variance. Just it's the way the chain's pulling on the chain ring. So it's not pulling directly; it's pulling to the side, so it reads wrong.
Yeah.
And that's just a factor of having a crank or a chain ring based power meter.
Just
rather
another
than
reason to
pedal.
be single speed.
There you go. You have perfect chain line, perfect power data, or measure it at the pedal, which there wouldn't be that issue with the pedal based power meter
Yeah.
or a HUD based power meter.
So you've never jacked with the Garmin pedals?
No.
No. They're pretty expensive. I mean, for what they are, but
They just dropped the prices on them.
did they really?
Didn't they?
I'm not sure.
I thought I saw something in the news about that last week. That
Those Asioma pedals are kind of like a good standard to go off of.
I don't even know those. Say those again.
Asioma, ASSIMO.
is that lower price one that most people are going for?
I don't think they're very inexpensive. I think they're probably
Maybe it's a different one. Supposedly Garmin met whatever the mass market pedal price is.
Oh yeah, Favero, Asiamo.
the Favero.
Yeah.
I guess Asioma is the brand or the model.
The model.
Yeah,
I
so
think those are kind of like the gold standard of pedal based.
the Garmin XC110 just dropped from $800 to $599.
That's dual sided.
Yeah.
That's a good deal for power.
But the
$599.
XC dual-sided power meter pedals are $1,200. Maybe these aren't dual-sided. Oh, single sensing for $599. I misspoke. Sorry. So the duals are $1,200. That just seems. I mean, I guess power meter setup is almost commensurate with by the time you talk about your chain ring and your crank, because it's a crank chain ring system, right?
Well, that's another thing with the pedal based system. You can change it from bike to bike without issue.
That's true.
And then I think when you change your chain ring on the mountain bike one, the chain ring gets bigger, so the flex whenever you're in cross chained is bigger, so it's going to be even less accurate.
Yeah.
Because that ring is
More
flexing more.
deflection, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
And that's one thing they did right on the road. They made it one solid piece, so you can't change the chain rings, and they stiffened it up quite a bit, so it's a lot more accurate.
Yeah.
And they say it's within 1.5%. I don't think that's accurate. I think it's like 2.5 to
I
3%.
think, yeah, I've heard 2.5%, 3%.
Yeah.
That's what I measured as well. But it's uniform across all devices.
Yeah.
Where the mountain bike one, different chain ring throws it off significantly just because of that flexure.
Yeah.
But the SRM mountain bike one, I've got SRM on my other road bike, and that's definitely the gold standard for crank based.
Yeah.
But they are expensive.
Yeah.
I want to say it was like $1,800 to $2,000 for those.
Yeah. That's a pretty big barrier for entry.
Yeah.
I mean,
normal people aren't buying those.
and I didn't even think about the fact that, you could change these pedals moving from bike to bike to bike to bike and not have any issue.
That's the big appeal of them.
Yeah, I guess I've never had a power meter. I don't want to know how little my numbers are.
We're going to get one once we get you training.
Yeah, we're going to get you there.
All right. I'll get me some Garmin pedals.
You'd be like Justin, you'd doing 300 watts with it, but never having a power meter on.
Hey, Justin didn't jump out in front of everybody this past weekend.
Did he not?
He did not.
He showed some reserve.
He showed some reserve.
How did he fare?
Top 10, I think. He beat out Tanner literally going up the last climb.
They finished together. They came up the road together. We were sitting there at the finish line.
Tanner
must have taken off from him somewhere.
Tanner had a pretty good lead on him that last run before they turned on to the 4R Ranch. I saw Tanner. I was going backwards on the course. I saw Tanner maybe a mile from 4R gate, and maybe another half mile. I saw Justin. I said, "Hammer down, you can get him." And that's what Justin did.
Yeah.
And got him at the line.
If he had regular pedals, he would have been fine.
He's riding strong, man.
He's persevering. I was happy to see him out there. He was supposed to do rule of 3, but I guess it worked out better for him to
Yeah, I thought he was doing rule of 3.
Yeah, probably just family stuff.
Yeah.
Their stuff. Understandable.
I get that, and I mean, I've always kind of embraced that's our place. Is
sometimes you got to be the backup event.
Oh no, I'm happy to be. I want to be the builder of that. I want to be the progression rides. I want to be the thing that people come to put their pieces together for their A race.
Yeah.
Races.
Yeah, but like in your case, I got to figure out ways to get higher end talent all on the same weekend when viable. Sort of
Austin
thing.
needs more competition.
I agree. I don't know how to do that yet. So one of these days I'm gonna sit down with Austin over a cup of coffee or something. We're gonna brainstorm that one.
We need to just put out a bounty. We need to say, if you can beat Austin in this race.
All right, so here's the deal, Brad. I need to step back from the stuff that costs money.
But we could put out some other bounty. If you can beat Austin, we'll give you a free seat at FAM. You know,
You heard it here. You heard it here.
I mean, that's what we need. We need a bounty.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree. We'll figure that out.
Beat the local.
But
here.
hey, we need Austin to be there that same.
That's true. If all I gotta do is show up.
Yeah, what do I get? What's my incentive?
We'll have to figure it out.
Yeah, it's complicated.
Yeah,
It's complicated.
I need to sit with the board and figure it out.
Yeah, understood. So, wait, what are your June dates? 13th?
13th and the 20th.
Okay.
13th is filling up fast, and the 20th, for some reason,
13th is Father's Day weekend, isn't it?
I think so. Actually, I think that the 20th is Father's Day weekend.
Is it?
Hell, I don't know. Let me see.
Maybe. I don't know. I can't.
Father's Day is the 21st, so yeah.
All right.
So, and then I've recently made alliances with Iron Root Distillery up in Denison and Sagamore Distillery, which is Maryland, which is in a whole nother state. But I have a Sagamore dinner that I haven't announced that's going to be on July 11th. So that should be good times. So we're going to start leaning in and doing a couple more whiskey dinners a year.
So another possibility for June, which we could hypothetically also do in July, which might also lead to Midnight Massacre. Maybe we look at doing nighttime events for that June 27th and a July date, possibly, potentially. Sure. What would you be more interested in? An early morning, or go ahead and start doing evening stuff towards the end of June?
I prefer morning, but I understand the draw to the nighttime.
Yeah.
But is there a draw? That's what I don't. When we do Midnight Massacre once a year, there's a draw there. Is there a draw for 2 or 3 of those over the summer? I don't know.
Yeah, to me it's kind of hard because you kind of throw off your whole Saturday because you don't want to be out and about Saturday afternoon if you're racing in the evening.
Agreed.
And it messes up his bedtime at 8:30.
That's not a problem. I could get over that.
Yeah.
He needs to work on his 24-hour self.
Yeah,
that's right.
True.
I got to practice riding at night.
Yeah.
Got to work on that. Because Austin's going to be the first one to finish the Taco Casa loop with all mountain bike trails.
That would be an accomplishment. It's a huge loop.
Speaking of all mountain bike trails and riding to and fro, have they released the Judgment Day?
Not yet.
When does that typically come out?
Anytime between February and July.
So it's pretty concise. Do you have any interest in doing that again?
Yeah, for sure. I'm planning on it as long as the route works out. If it's something crazy like going around Ray Roberts or something, that's not going to work. But, or not for me. It might work for somebody else. Well,
Justin had mentioned that he reached out to you.
Yeah.
And that he wants to do it this year.
Yeah. I'm not anything against Justin, but that's kind of something I would do on my own.
Yeah.
You got to do your own ride.
It's hard to partner up with somebody on
different speeds on the trails and on the road, and
and
I'm gonna want to take my time in some spots and rush in others, and
because
we tried to ride with Jacob last year and it only worked out for 20 miles or so. Jacob Nels.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he rode with me for a little bit and it only worked out.
Yeah,
for a bit before I.
Well, you just tell him, let's ride together, and then when you turn around and he's not there, you go, I guess it didn't work. That's how it works for you most of the time, anyways.
No, not. Yeah.
Unless you go,
maybe on something like that. It's like you're starting in the morning and at 6 a.m. and he's in the middle of the trail adjusting his handlebars. I'm like, dude, we got to get moving.
Yeah,
we're gonna be out here all
it's
day.
Gonna be a long day.
I don't want to ride that much in the sunset.
Yeah.
After sunset, but that's just kind of something you got to do at your own pace.
100%. Yeah. I mean, you got times when you're feeling strong and
exactly.
You got times when you're like, oh, I need to slow down a little bit. I mean, it's very personal. I get that 100%. It's hard to. I mean, it was difficult on more so on Caleb than it was on me during Race Across Texas when we.
Yeah, he wanted to babysit you a little bit and nurse you along.
Yeah, and I finally had to have that talk with him and like, dude, go ahead.
Yeah,
go.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Not just like Justin would probably do that faster than me just because he's so determined and he can just keep moving.
Would you do the 100 version this year?
I would if the route's the exact same. I would do the 100.
Yeah.
We know it won't be the
longer.
exact same.
I know. I'm just saying that if it's no longer than it was, I would for sure, and I would do it on a mountain bike instead.
Okay.
Yeah. It would be interesting to see what the course looks like this year, or
They're going to
the
throw
trail
a wrench
selection.
out there for sure. Something,
What date is it this year? Do we know?
I don't know. July, last weekend of July, probably.
I think they did last weekend of July this year. So what I
Right.
think I saw,
Yeah.
and I've got Hell of the North Texas the week before that. So maybe we can't do a July 9th type thing. I'll look and verify that.
So what's your next big event, Austin? Well, you're going to Angel Fire.
Yeah, I'm not sure about racing. I don't think we have anything on the schedule for racing. Maybe BT at the end in October.
Yeah.
So it's a while out, or Judgment Day.
Yeah.
I'd like to do that if possible, of course.
What do you have anything big on your radar? I mean, you did Triple Crown.
Oh yeah, I'd like to do Triple Crown again.
Yeah.
Best my time.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
What's the date on that?
I don't know.
What
That
month?
may be the same weekend as BT.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Yes, around there.
It's very,
So
very
maybe
close.
one or the other.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like to do BT again.
It's such a good trail, man.
Yeah, it's just the whole weekend's a good time.
Yeah. Yeah. Great environment.
You're not-
great area.
I mean, the course is hard, but it's not like at the end of it you're roasted. Like
What?
you don't want to do anymore. But
what do you mean it's hard? Like,
it's physically hard. Like it's still a 4-hour ride from you. So,
Yeah.
So it's not like
4-hour ride.
yeah, but for most like it'll be a 5.5 average.
Yeah.
So it's not like you can't move at the end. Like you still have energy to move around and party and drink and
But overall,
Yeah.
it's not a technical course, and there's not
right.
it's not a
Right.
ton of climbing considered.
It's pretty climby, but the descents are matched
Yeah.
the whole way.
Yeah. It's such a fun trail. It's a great single speed trail.
Yeah, and that's what's good is fast.
Yeah.
It is a great single speed trail.
Yeah.
I think that single speed category is like 50 to 100 riders.
Yeah. It's because it's such a good single speed trail. I mean, I don't know. I can't think of any race that I've done that's long format that's better suited for single speed than BT Epic. I mean, even Watchdog Challenge was single speedable, but
It's just hard on the road section on a C.
yeah.
Where at BT, like you got a segment of gravel, but you can just coast. Like
Yeah.
just gear for the climbs and
Yeah.
sprint up the climbs and coast down on the descents.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons I always enjoyed single speed, because much like where you talk about Rule 3 or any of your mixed course deals, you're always contemplating which bike to run. When single speed, you're looking at a course like BT Epic, you're always trying to figure out what gear you're going to run. You know, and I love that aspect of trying to figure out. I mean, it doesn't matter, you're going to be in the wrong gear anyways, but you got to be in the best gear you can
Yeah.
push.
Just putting the puzzle pieces together.
Yeah, I love that part, that aspect. So BT Epic, Triple Crown if it works, Judgment Day,
All or nothing.
all or nothing.
We'll let Austin tell us which date is the date we do the group all or nothing attempts.
Yeah,
I like that. When we did it, was it last year or the year before? I didn't do it. I just rode. I just rode back. I didn't do the whole course, but it's fun. But I did do.
what happened to weren't we formulating a drop bar mountain bike, knob hill?
I forgot time trial. I forgot all about that.
What happened with that?
I
It
forgot
just
about
fell
it.
off the radar?
I forgot all about it, quite frankly. We could still try to squeeze that in. I could do that as a club Spinistry ride. Could you do a Sunday morning on one of your dinner weekends, or is that too much?
Ooh, it's a lot to ask.
Huh? Okay, so you don't do your rambles on those days?
I do.
Called you out on that one.
I do ramble. You're not talking about me cooking then?
No.
Oh, yeah,
Just a social thing.
Yeah, I could show up and suck. Yeah.
Ride your bike.
Yeah, Saturdays, sometimes it depends on the crowd. Sometimes Saturdays go late.
I understand that.
This-
So you said the 13th is no, neither of the June dates is a distillery one. That was July.
Yeah, July.
You
Yeah, like Saturday night, we served our last course right at 10 o'clock. We actually got a late start. Everybody didn't sit down till like 6:50, and that was after coercion.
I mean, we could potentially make that June 27th one. I don't know that food's practical
No.
in conjunction with it though.
Yeah, it's probably not. At Knob Hills, just logistically, that would be tough.
It would be very tough. And we wouldn't be able to get the crowd to make it worth your while to do that.
Yeah.
No, so that That's so if we were sticking with June, it would be the 13th or 20th weekend, one way or another. But
Okay, so the 14th.
but again, that's just to do the drop bar challenge aspect of it. It's not an event. It's like and this is a good time to start talking that up.
Yeah, show up.
What's your calendar look like? Which one of those can you make?
I told you my whole calendar.
So you're wide open.
Pretty much.
You're wide open.
Weather permitting. I will say one event structure that Stephanie's shown interest in is, and it would probably work well in Munster, I don't know for sure, but is riding from winery to winery, doing a big loop with winery stops, maybe having tapas or something ready for us.
Mm-hmm.
That would be
for
cool.
a pairing.
Yeah.
I don't know how long that route it would be, but if you can make it 50 miles or 60 miles with a few stops in there, I think that would draw some people.
That would be cool.
Potentially. That could potentially.
I know
work.
there's like, how many wineries out of Munster? 4 or 5, something like that.
I think it's 3 now, but I could be
3.
wrong.
Yeah.
4R, Blue Ostrich, and I think Arche's still there, but I say that I haven't heard anything about Arche in forever. Can you look him up real quick?
It's not Arche. It's... I forgot. They pronounce it way different than I thought it was pronounced.
Well, I've never been there, so I'm just going by the way it's spelled.
Yeah.
ARCHE, right?
Yeah. Winery.
Way back in the day before 4R was a thing, we tried to do a stopover at Blue Ostrich, and they weren't happy with us. We were too lowbrow for them. But that was then. Things change.
Maybe something you have to call in advance and
No, we had made those
buy a
arrangements.
case or something.
Yeah, and I had done all that. Evidently, once our crowd did show up there, they just were a little too base for their clientele.
4R seems great. They love us there. Seems like they're way accommodating.
Yeah. For now.
For now, until Austin buys them
Until
out.
Brad makes a sausage company out of there.
So they're still around.
Looks like they're still
Okay. I just
running.
I had not heard them mentioned in forever. So
Yeah, they just did a tasting on the 9th of
Okay.
May.
Yeah, well, that's just an example. That may not be the best place. Maybe a brewery stop on the Trinity or something.
That's what I was gonna say. That's
something
like,
along
that
those
would be
lines.
fun to do.
Or you're 20 or 30 miles in between.
Yeah.
A few stops.
we could do that and make that part of the chewing thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
That
good
would
in
be a
the
lot
heat
of
'cause You get a
fun.
break from the heat, get some nice water in.
Hey, you could do community. You could do. I mean, you could link
Well,
so many breweries.
Yeah, we'd have to keep it Fort Worth centric on.
Oh yeah.
in June.
I was thinking of Dallas one.
But
you know?
we could do a Dallas version too.
Yeah.
So, but that's also the kind of the beginner clinic
Yeah.
I have in mind is the Fort Worth side makes more sense for the beginners than starting out in the Dallas levees.
Yeah.
But
But at least navigation's not an issue at the levees.
it can be.
Yeah.
People can still get turned around.
There's no shade in Dallas.
and there's no shade in
In
Dallas.
Fort Worth, there's actually some tree cover.
Yeah,
That is true.
but but maybe the Dallas one is an evening one in July or something. That would actually be very interesting
Yeah.
with some
Yeah.
brew stops.
What about Shadezilla? Are you going to do Shadezilla this year? I really
Evan-
enjoyed that.
Well, there was an update on the Chaparral Trail yesterday that they have the stretch between Merritt and Celeste closed for an indefinite amount of time because they are laying new foundation to the trail. When they've done that in the other sections, that's not a short process. It's
Yeah.
usually down for many months.
Yeah. Well, it's not high priority.
Yeah. So, but I was thinking, Shadezilla may be in the mix in August again, depending on what my travel schedule is. I'm kind of liking the idea of a Dallas evening levee ride with the brew stops
That'd be
in
fun.
July. That
would be fun.
That's got potential. But touching on the beginner clinic, I don't know if Austin noticed this or not, but it was really cool how you and your crew were just hanging out there, cheering everybody on at the finish. They had all their chairs out in a nice shady spot and hanging out, socializing. But I was really caught off guard during the writers' meeting when I asked, how many people is this your first Spinistry event? And that many hands went up. It was probably every bit of 25% of the crowd, probably closer to a third,
That's good stuff.
which we saw that at Chisholm as well. And a little, Butterfield was a little bit. So we're getting a lot of more first-time Spinistry riders than I've seen in the past, which I agree is a good thing. What's different about that, though, is these aren't people that are used to this is how Spinistry stuff works. So I got to do a better job of preparing them on the front end. But I say that here's where this past weekend, for me, from the beginner frat, was drastically different. We had a lot of very tough, heavy-duty beginners that persevered through this thing and slayed it.
That's good stuff.
And our shift of beginner gravel riders since COVID has been a lot of people that were, I don't want to call them high maintenance. They had no idea what to expect. They were in over their heads is really the way to look at it. And they bailed out really early. That had been our experience with beginners for the past few years. These folks were tough. They were bloodied. They were walking up hills, but by God, they finished. And one of them, I'm going to try to get her on if we possibly can. Do you know what the name of Alexi's show is for that Couch to Leadville thing or whatever?
Yeah, I do know. I just can't recall.
One of our participants she's Alexi. What's
Vermeulen?
Vermeulen. He's the
pro gravel racer.
He's the pro gravel racer with the dog on his back.
Yeah. Let's see. I know it. I know the name.
Podiums very regularly. He does a YouTube series for the past
reality
years,
show,
kind of a reality series that training people to do Leadville. And so this woman was.
I think it's called From the Ground Up.
That's it, From the Ground Up. He's in town today shooting her episode where he's introducing her, and she came out and did it. She was at the Pyrite too. I don't think she did the meal, but she was at the Pyrite too. So that's her. She's new to the bike. She's been on like 6 bike rides.
Oh wow,
sort of thing. And she pushed through the 100K.
What's her background?
I don't know. I want to have her on the show and get all that detail. I know she's a mom of a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old, and
that makes training tough.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think that she's up for it. I just wanted to make sure it was cool with the show she's on.
Yeah.
A lot of times they'll say, no, you can't do other stuff.
Right.
No, we'll wait till the series is up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're that.
I wouldn't expect so, but
I can't say for certain, but they're kind of low key. They're not, it's not a 50,000 subscriber YouTube channel.
Understood, but you never know if they have a sponsor involved, and the sponsor puts stipulation.
They definitely have sponsors in.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so that could be
so
actual stuff.
I don't want to assume. So hopefully I hear back from her in the next few days, and I think that would be an interesting conversation.
Yeah,
we're definitely gonna be talking bike fit June 1st, not May 1st, June 1st.
Mm-hmm. You just totally glossed over my comment.
Yeah,
I know.
There was something else time travel related going on in my world at the time, so I conflated.
He sent me a text on like the 12th of May and said, "Hey, we're gonna have what's her name?
Carlos and
Lisa, yeah, on to talk about bike fit on 5/1." And I just responded back, "I can't wait to time travel with you guys."
Oh, he meant 6/1.
Yeah.
I think I actually typed 6/1, but I'm an old man, so
I fingered it.
Yeah, old man on an Android, so I'm always hitting the wrong button.
I just immediately went, "Can't wait to time travel with you guys."
You knew what he meant.
I know.
Smart ass.
He
I gotta keep you honest.
It took a couple hours for it to register with me. Oh, he was being a smart ass again.
It was over
That
your
should
head.
be your.
Like I said, I had something else. I think that's what it is. I'm writing a time travel story on Facebook. So
Yeah.
I thought you were alluding to that.
No,
That's what it was. I knew
what's
there
a
was
good tie-in though?
There we go. There we go. Oh man.
So what's the next Spinistry event?
This weekend,
Yeah.
the one with Jonas, we call it the Nordic Tex Heat-Up, out of Gainesville, out of 35 in Liberty.
Yeah.
What was our Texas Twister route a couple of years ago that Jonas won, but I'm not. That ended up being the same day that the Twister went through Valley View, and all that shit happened. So we don't use that label no more.
Yeah, that's kind of ominous.
Yeah. So, but it doesn't look like it's going to be 120 degrees. So the heat up label it was supposed to be for the folks, since Gravel Locos isn't happening this year. I saw they're coming back next year.
What happened? How come that fell apart?
I don't know that it fell apart. They took the year off for some reason. I don't know the details. I'm not going to assume anything either, any direction on that. But Jonas reached out to me that he wanted to do some Texas heat training, leading up to Unbound, and he figured some of the other Euros might be interested in that as well. We'll see.
Cool.
We'll see who shows up and who doesn't. If anyone does.
I know you hate to hear this, but it looks like there's going to be rain starting tomorrow, and we're going to.
Oh, we're going to be wet this week.
Yeah.
But our roads aren't going to be sloppy mud. The roads up there that we use are hard packed.
Yeah.
So those will be all weather roads.
Yeah.
That part I'm not. My biggest concern was I was planning to scout the route tomorrow on the motorcycle. I don't think I'm going to be doing that in the motorcycle tomorrow, most likely.
Yeah, we're supposed to get half an inch of rain tomorrow, and then half an inch of rain on Thursday, and just chances of rain for the next 10 days.
Right. And I'm pretty sure it's coming because the ants in our front yard were going nuts yesterday.
Never correlated those two things together, but
that's what we found when the ants are going back and forth from one spot to another.
they're getting ready for the floods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's been our experience so far. Maybe it's just sheer coincidence every time I see that.
Yeah. You going to catch a tailwind on the way home?
Yeah, it's downhill tailwind the whole way.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So it's going to be like zone 0.5.
It's going to be a little slow. It's slow going home.
What's the distance for you to get here?
I didn't come directly here. I think it's 35 miles, though.
Yeah.
It was about, I don't know, just under 2 hours, an hour 45 or something.
Yeah. And you had a tailwind here?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's such a...
Yeah, well, it would probably take me 2 hours to get home if I go the same way.
Yeah. I guess there's not really a safe direct route to get.
No, it's not terrible. It used to be so much better riding over here, but traffic is
It's
a lot worse than it
it's
used
not
to be.
what it
Tell
used
me
to be.
about it.
It's not what it used to be.
Yeah.
I guess today will be better next week once school's out, because I think that was what most of the traffic was, is school traffic.
Yeah.
And the roads are a little more narrow here than they are in Grapevine. So
Yeah. We do have a lot more bike lanes than when I moved here. So 17 years ago.
You need them now. You didn't need them 17 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Part of it's,
I'm just so jealous of California after all.
dude, it's
Bike lanes everywhere.
Oh my God.
crazy riding there. I mean, not only are the bike lanes everywhere there, but people know how to drive around bikes. There's a lot more mutual respect going on there. Whereas here, it's like people lose their shit if they have to wait 10 seconds to pass you.
Or even if they don't have to wait, just the off chance they might end up waiting
Yeah.
and they get bent out of shape.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, there's a certain, and it may just be localized. We live in a nice community, and there's a certain amount of entitlement to the people that are driving around,
yeah,
which is, I would say it's bad, but I mean, that's just how it is. People are in their own world.
yeah,
And, I mean, I could ride down south side of Chicago and not have an issue just because people just go about their business. But here,
yeah,
it's like you live in a nice house, drive a nice car, you've got entitlement to the road.
yeah.
That's how it seems.
And it's frustrating, but it's a constant battle, and it's
It's not frustrating for you.
because I'm not riding.
What do we got to do to fix that, Bradford?
I don't know. I have a break right now. I was gonna ride today, but I still may. It's windy.
It's windy.
Yeah, don't
But
ride. It's
that
too
doesn't
windy.
discourage
Too windy
me.
for you.
Doesn't discourage me because I'm not going fast anyways. I do need to get out and just stretch my legs, especially since I didn't ride yesterday. I don't know. I have a long break, and if the rain doesn't do what the rain says it's going to do, then I may be riding a lot more. So
Okay.
we'll see. And a lot more doesn't mean I'm going to be riding a lot. It's just a lot more than I haven't been riding. So just to be clear,
Back to the normal route.
but I do have all the household stuff. I got to change breakers. I got to deal with my AC.
Chores.
It's never ending, you know?
Welcome to adulting.
Yeah. It's
It's always something, but I mean,
always something.
that's you carve out the time to ride the bike.
Yeah.
Put something else to the side.
Yeah.
You don't even have to ride that much. 30 minutes.
30,
It's a hell of a lot better than 0.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, anything's better.
You don't
than
even have to
zero.
put your clothes on. Just right where you're wearing, right down to the end of the street and back. It's better than nothing.
Yeah. Get at least that 30 minutes in, and once you're pedaling, it's going to turn into
Don't
an
even fill up your water bottle. Or 10 water bottles. How many bottles do you ride with?
I normally carry 2.
Oh, that's it? I see your pictures with your bike on your truck, and there's like 6 or 8 of them on there.
No, that's a total fabrication. The most I typically ride with on a local ride, and it depends on where we're going, is 3 bottles. And that's normally too much. But
Security blanket.
I've admitted it so many times, water is a security blanket for me. Like when I'm in the middle of a trail and I get into my last bottle, I'm always like, this is my last bottle. I know it's a mental handicap of mine, but it's, at least I admit it and know it.
Yep.
Acknowledge it, you know.
It's better that you're ready for it than to just bail out of it at the end whenever.
Yeah. I'd much rather finish with a full bottle. I'm not, Shannon notoriously, we've been on long rides before, and we'll get to close to the finish, and he'll look at me and open up his water bottle and dump it out.
He's about to sprint you up the hill.
Yeah. I'm like, you dirty bitch. Zip up his jersey.
Tighten the shoes.
All right, so TNSS probably not going to happen
It
tomorrow.
doesn't look like it.
That probably won't even become a TNBG then, right?
Not if it's raining like they say it's going to rain. We did TMBG last week. It was pretty cool. We had, I think we had 8 people. It was a good crowd. We rode up to East Side, hung out, watched the sunset, just caught up. Our crew hadn't been together in a while, so it was good times.
Jan and I finally made it to Union Bear the other day.
And what did you eat?
Actually, I had the fish and chips, which were really good.
Really good. They do a really good job on their food. Their beer is.
It's Union. I've had the beer before, so that I knew what to expect from that.
Did you have the fried mushrooms?
No, did not have the fried. We did.
The fried mushrooms are unequivocally the best fried mushrooms I've ever had.
Okay, I will notate that for the next time I go there.
Yeah.
Probably sometime in the next 2 or 3 years.
You'll have forgotten by then.
Yeah, the fish and chips were good. I think we did the Korean shrimp tacos or something like
those
that.
are very good too. They do a really good job on their food and the atmosphere. It's just Did you go to the one in Denton?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We used to go to Armadillo all the time when it was there, so we were like, wow, this is different.
Yeah.
So
They classed that place up.
they really did.
You can't even tell it was. I mean, I walk in there and I've been in Armadillo 20, 30 times, and you walk in and you're like, no wonder it was closed for so long. They did a ton of renovation in that place.
But Armadillo's beer was better.
Yeah. I won't argue with you on that.
All right. Well, anything else we need to touch on or hit on or anything important that we missed?
I'm going to have some Wagyu ribeyes for sale here soon. Did you cook that steak?
I did cook that steak.
And?
Very good. Thank you, sir.
How did you do it? Did you sous vide it?
Sous vide and broiled.
Broiled it. Okay.
I did. We went the convenient way.
Yeah.
We actually did that, and the little roast I got off the tenderloin that I was telling you about.
Yeah.
We broiled we sous vide both of those at the same 130 for like 8 hours,
Yeah.
and then
It's a long time.
it was.
Yeah.
That little roast was that thick, so I was
Yeah.
like, I'm going to put a couple hours extra on it
Yeah.
just to be safe. And they both came out very good, but I did just salt and pepper on yours.
Yeah.
I just like salt and pepper on steak. I don't chop
Yeah.
them up. But with the little roast thing, we threw a rub
Yeah.
on it. And
Very
yeah, that steak was very good. What was that was an aged ribeye?
Yeah. 38 day.
38-day aged.
That was only a choice ribeye.
And that was a choice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But 38 days really changes it up. And then,
Yeah, very, very, very intense beef flavor to
yeah.
it.
Yeah. And that's the.
Very tender.
Yeah. And then the next one I'm going to harvest is I've got a Wagyu ribeye that's been in there since the 15th of April. So we're right at a month on that. What's today? The 18th? I think.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, the 18th. So we're a little over 32 days, 33 days right now. So I'll probably harvest that in the next couple of days.
Are you caught up on the bear yet?
I watched the episode you were talking about, Gary. It was good until the bar scene when it was so I don't even know the right word.
It was one of the other overwhelming episodes.
Yes.
But did you ever finish the last season?
No.
You needed.
Now I need to go catch up. I need to
If you're jumping ahead,
Well, I don't think it's a continuation.
That one works as a standalone, but you're lucky it did.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you really need to see the last episode of last season before you go any deeper into it.
Yeah. But there's not any more episodes, though, other than that Gary.
That was
just kind of dropped.
That was a preview drop. I think the next season's supposed to come out in a few weeks.
Oh, I did not know that. Yeah, I need to get caught up. Like I said, I don't have anything till June 13th, so I'm going to try to.
But that's what you need to get caught up. So you get that out of the way. So getting caught up on TV doesn't get in the way of your bike riding going forward.
It's true.
You've got the big Garmin. You can get TV on that thing, right?
Satellite TV.
It's an extra fee.
You got dish access on that.
I mean, I only watch TV at night, like late night anyway, so it doesn't interfere with my bike riding.
You could be on the trainer then.
Fuck a trainer.
Oh, and okay. And that's another thing about the newbie riders the past few years. A lot of the newbie riders have zero real world unpaved experience. They were coming from
Zwift,
20 hours of Zwift a week, and
Super fit.
The fitness and strength was there.
Yeah.
And so their confidence is there from their fitness perspective, and they have no bike handling skills whatsoever.
That's a dangerous place to be.
It's a crazy dangerous place to be.
That's like my buddy forever ago, Jeff LeBeau. He was a national track champion, road guy, super fit, super fast. But I used to always tell him, I said, you're just a drag racer. You don't even know how to turn. And we'd take him out the North Shore, and he had all the power in the world, but he couldn't keep it on the trail, you know. Fitness is paramount, but handling skills, I think, are more important in most situations.
The only way to get the bike handling skills is experience.
Yeah.
And that's my big message going forward.
Yeah.
For Spinistry is the experience is our experience.
Yeah.
It's like we're getting you the experience so you can have a more fun experience when you go to that A race or that big event on your bucket list or whatever else.
Being scared at every corner with a group is no place to be.
Oh, yeah.
So,
well,
but the only way you get experience is by riding your bike. So,
I'm gonna go do that now.
Yeah, Austin, go ride your bike.
Will do.